morning. I'm Barney Malekian, Police Chief for the City of Santa Barbara, and today I want to talk about law enforcement's response to people experiencing mental health crisis. And specifically, I want to talk about the CoResponse team and the role that they play in helping us find an alternative to jail for those people on our streets who are experiencing mental health problems. At the risk of editorializing, I believe that the collapse of the mental health system was one of the great social failures of the 20th century. It forced people out of those hospitals. When the state hospitals closed, it forced them out onto the street, ostensibly to be replaced by local community mental health centers. And I'm old enough to remember when those centers existed. And as a young street officer, I could take people there for evaluation and appropriate treatment. Unfortunately, within a year or two, those centers closed, and I think it is no coincidence that since then we've seen a steady rise of mentally ill people and people experiencing mental health crisis on the streets of our cities. Unfortunately, from a law enforcement perspective, all too often, officers are called upon to deal with somebody that's in crisis. Those situations can sometimes end very badly, but most often they don't. Most often they simply end with the officer taking the person into custody, ostensibly for a violation of the law, when in reality what they're experiencing is a mental health crisis, but the officer has no options as to where to take them. The CoResponse team, which is sometimes referred to as the Memphis model or the San Jose model because of the cities where they were first started, involved the pairing of a specially trained law enforcement officer with a psychiatric social worker and mental health professional. And together they respond to those cases where people are in crisis and help resolve them in terms of, one, calming the situation down, and two, taking those people to someplace other than jail. It is a reflection of how badly the system needs to be overhauled, that somewhere between 35 and 40% of the people in our jails across the state of California are experiencing mental illness to some degree or another. And realistically, if the resources were there, they would be somewhere else. You're going to see a lot about our CoResponse team here in the city of Santa Barbara, and I hope that you're going to be as impressed as I am about what you observe.
My name's Officer Craig Burley with the Santa Barbara Police Department, and I got selected to work for the Santa Barbara Police Department's CoResponse team, which I get the honor to help people that are in crisis in our community. So I get to go out on patrol, and in my police car I have a clinician from Santa Barbara County, and she is qualified to help people in crises, and then we help the community members in Santa Barbara, and we respond to people that are in crises, suffer from mental health issues and possibly suicidal. And what we get to do is help the client and get the client into services. Our goal as CoResponse, if it's not a criminal matter, is we can connect them with immediate services, crisis/mental health services. In the past, we would take them to jail. Instead, we can help them with many different services instead of taking them to jail.
We are on patrol pretty much every day, so anytime there is a call dispatched regarding a mental health issue or crisis, Officer Burley and I respond. I think it's important to have law enforcement collaborate with mental health clinicians, and I feel that people are able to, especially family members, understand why there's the need for the law enforcement and the mental health to work together, and people have been very happy with seeing the both of us work together. In the situations that Craig and I respond to with family members, there's a sense of relief when they see both an officer and a mental health clinician working together. And so it gives me the opportunity to provide some psychoeducation about the mental health piece, about the symptoms, what's going on, and then the process of hospitalization if that's needed. So I think that is very important to explain to the community.
So the County of Santa Barbara has been doing crisis intervention team training for several years now through the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office, and as a part of what's called mutual aid, we offer the training to all police departments in the Santa Barbara County area, including Santa Barbara Police Department. So we have a few different kinds of courses that we offer. We have an 8-hour crisis intervention team course, which all officers in Santa Barbara Police Department have been through. We also have a 40-hour crisis intervention team academy, which 2 or 3 times a year we'll have a class of 40 officers, and they'll go through a week-long curriculum learning about mental health and de-escalation, community resources, and then we conclude the week with scenario-based training. And so in each of those academies that we've offered through the Sheriff's Office, Santa Barbara Police Department has participated. So if you or a loved one or someone that you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, have confidence that Santa Barbara Police Department is trained and enthusiastic and here to support and help you and your family members. And so it's understandable that sometimes people have hesitation when they're calling 911 for a mental health emergency, but know that the officers in Santa Barbara County and in Santa Barbara Police Department care, and they're trained, and they're a valuable resource to assist you in times of need. So always feel free to call 911. That's what we're here for.
I hope what you've seen today has affirmed the level of caring and compassion that Santa Barbara police officers and the mental health professionals they work with bring to dealing with this incredibly challenging and complex issue. The CoResponse team, I'm very proud of them, and you should be as well. And I think it's worth noting that in the county area, there are also 2, and hopefully in the near future, 3 CoResponse teams. And the city and the county are in the process of working together to develop a regional MOU to ensure that there is always a team available, whether they come from the county or the city, to help people who are in crisis. We have to find other ways to help people that are experiencing these difficulties, and I think this CoResponse team is right on the top of that list. So thank you for your attention.